Most of you are too obsessed with price. I'm going to start off this video with a few quotes, and then we're going to drive home why the majority of people are struggling when it comes to crypto trading. Listen to this. Chase money and it runs. Become valuable and it finds you. The more you chase, the further it runs. Desperation repels wealth. Here's the thing. Most crypto bros are placing a trade, what they call a trade. They're buying a crypto, and then they're sat there refreshing CoinGecko 50 times a day thinking they're a trader or some sort of the next Warren Buffett. You're not. You're not. You're just a glorified gambler. If you're going to gamble in crypto like that, just go to a casino. Go play roulette. Go play some poker. You're wasting your time in crypto. Those who are going to make money in crypto are going to do so through being a little bit more strategic than buying and then refreshing, waiting for the price to go up. Price does not matter as much as you think it does. The price only ever needs to go up once at the point you need to exit. Other than that, you need to find projects which are undervalued, which the market does not understand. That is the essence of investing. And for those of you who are trying to trade your way through this market, it's simple. You have a take profit, you have a stop loss, you enter the market. The problem is, however, every investor ends up becoming a trader, and every trader ends up becoming an investor because they don't know which lane they're in. Let's say they buy a project like Bitcoin and they really believe in Bitcoin. Most of the times they don't. The price goes up, suddenly they sell. The price goes down, suddenly they panic sell. Like, this is reactionary. This is not a long-term investment. A long-term investment is a thesis. You believe in something. You believe Bitcoin or this altcoin is really going to revolutionize the space, and you think it's very undervalued and the market has not cottoned onto it. And so you're easily buying, accumulating, waiting for a future point at which that thing is proven to be true, at which point you're sat on greater wealth. The problem is we don't do that, do we? No. Oh, I heard about this altcoin. Let me buy this altcoin. Oh, the altcoin's not gone up. Oh, it's not gone up today. It's not gone up today. It must be somebody's fault, right? You're not going to make it like that. The problem is there's too much desperation in crypto. Desperation repels wealth because nobody has a building mindset. Everybody has an extraction mindset. Even as an investor, as a trader, you can have a building mindset. You shouldn't need to be extracting from the market. You shouldn't need to be rug pulling. You shouldn't need to be scamming anybody. You just need to be placing bets. Traders play an important part in the market in that they allow for arbitrage, in that they allow for, efficiency in price action. Investors are really important for markets because that's how projects grow, right? You need investment. People need funding. The problem is we don't think like that. We're jumping into crypto because we're a barber by day trade and we think we could put $1,000 onto crypto and become the next billionaire. Yeah, it's not that easy, right? The reality is you don't have a strategy. You're just reacting to the market. A green candle and suddenly you're really happy. A red candle and it's ruined your day. How can you be so reactive? I love red candles. A red candle is another opportunity for me to buy the dip on a project which I have conviction in. I have conviction in. You can't copy and paste my conviction. You need to build your own, right? There's no shortcut to it. Because the reality is, you could wake up one morning, there could be a negative story about your favorite altcoin, you don't like it, and you panic sell. Simple, right? Whereas the person with conviction who believes in that project sees it as the buy the dip opportunity, and they buy more, and they buy more, and one day they'll come back and their project has 5x, 10x from there, and at that point, maybe they'll trim some of their position and take some profits, right? Because that's the game. The problem is, you are sat there looking at price, a lagging measure. Price is a lagging measure, right? And that's the whole point. You have to identify what is the project doing and identify that this is not priced into the market. They're doing more than their value suggests. Therefore, I want to buy now because when the market cottons onto what this project is doing, the value is going to be much higher. When people cotton on that there's not enough Bitcoins to go around for every millionaire in the world to just hold one Bitcoin, at that price, I think Bitcoin's going to be $1 million or $1.5 million a coin. Therefore, I'm going to buy now at 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. It doesn't matter because my thesis is that Bitcoin's going to $1 million. But most people are not doing that. Most people are buying Bitcoin or their altcoin. And is it gone up? Has it gone up? Has it gone up? Have I made 0.0001% on it? you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it like that. If that's your attitude towards investing and trading in crypto, just do yourself a favor and leave. Do yourself a favor. If you're truly trying to grow as a crypto investor, you're trying to learn, you're trying to understand the market, you're learning fundamental analysis, you're learning technical analysis, you're learning the macro economy and how that drives your investments, you're learning psychology. It's a big part of it, right? Managing your emotions to not continue to chase bad investments, not to continue to FOMO into projects that people are trying to make you FOMO into because you're going to be the exit liquidity on that project. Go watch my previous video explaining that. You've got to be able to understand that price is not the be-all and end-all. If the price is suppressed for 5 years on a project and you've been DCing at a low price point, guess what? You finally might have enough in that project that when it does 5x, you're going to make a significant amount. The problem is most people have bought a little bit, $50 worth of an altcoin, right? And they want it to double tomorrow. If it doubles tomorrow, what did you achieve? You made $50. You got $100. You need price to be suppressed for long enough that you can DCA, get your position up to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. If that doubles, now you've made a bit of a decent chunk of change, haven't you? And that's the difference. That's the difference. You got to have enough conviction in a project that you can DCA over a long period of time such that your position size is big enough. I'll give you another example. It's like people who tell me, oh, I knew about Bitcoin in 2010. Okay, well, why aren't you a billionaire? We know why, right? Because the reality was, even if you knew about Bitcoin in the early days, and even if you then went and bought some, what's the chance you held it today at 110,000? Very, very slim, right? As soon as it doubled, you would have sold. As soon as it tripled, you would have sold. Whatever it was, maybe a 10x, you would have sold, right? Who's holding it all the way up to 110,000? Most of those people are very, very long-term minded, or they lost their keys and then found them afterwards. Shout out to them. And some people didn't find their keys, right? So what's the lesson to learn from here? And again, there's another study on the S&P which breaks this down really nicely. They did a study of all the different types of investors in the US stock market, and the ones which performed best were those who lost the password to their brokerage. I kid you not. What lesson do we learn from this? We learn that we have to forget. We have to place our trades. We have to place our investments. We've got to forget about it. We don't need to talk about it every single day. We don't need to keep refreshing CoinMarketCap and going on X and messaging all of the people like, oh my God, when is this token going to go up? It's all irrelevant, right? If you believe in it, you buy. If you don't believe in it, you sell. If you continue to believe in it, you DCA some more. If you continue to believe in it the next day, you DCA, etc., right? Because that's how you're going to build. Now, let's come on to meme coins. Same principle. People say, oh my God, I knew about this meme coin at this price. Okay, let's say you did find the next big meme coin. You found the next Doge. You found the next Shiba. Trust me, would you have enough conviction to put a serious amount of money, let's say even $5,000. Would you put $5,000, and the type of people that are doing this, $5,000 is a lot of money to them to save up. Would they put their final $5,000 into a low 1 million, 5 million, 10 million even market cap project that they think is going to 1,000x from there? Very slim chance. And then, having done that, put 5,000, which is a lot to them, would they have not taken it out when it went to 10,000? Would they have not taken it out when it went to 20,000? Would they have not taken it out when it got to 200,000, 300,000? Of course they would. So the chance that someone was going to put 5 million in an unknown, risky coin, right? And by the way, it's not just 5,000. You would probably need to take 100 bets on meme coins to find the next Dogecoin. So you need 5,000 times 100, 500,000 to even play this game, at which point you're already rich anyway. So let's not just sit there tracking these wallets going, oh yeah, but this guy made a crap load of money on a meme coin. Well, if this guy's a multi-millionaire and he wants to spread 500,000 across 100 different meme coins, yeah, he's probably going to make a bunch of money on one. And you're not going to see all the money he lost, right? And he's also going to have the balls and the ability to not sell when it doubles and 10x's and wait for the 100x and wait for the 1,000x. If you put your next month's rent money on a meme coin and it's doubled, you're out of there. You're not going to leave it to 1,000x to become a millionaire. So who are we kidding?